What's up, guys? Welcome back to BlockHash, Exploring the Blockchain, episode 300. We finally made it. Super exciting. Today, to celebrate, we have an awesome guest from Minto, Bryan Johnson, who's going to talk to us today about how they're allowing you to stake in order to take advantage of Bitcoin mining. A very interesting way to go about the process. We're going to learn a lot more about it from Bryan. Bryan, welcome to the show. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Before we jump in and start talking about Minto and getting into the details, tell us a bit more about yourself and your story. What did you do before Minto? And then how did that kind of lead up to what you guys are doing now?
Okay. So before Minto, and actually still currently, I still run a few businesses. My background is in e-commerce. So I do drop shipping and sell private label goods online. So, I've kind of always done my own thing. Philosophically, I've really been into or got into crypto initially, just philosophically, because you can, it doesn't involve the state. I'm a big time libertarian. So that's what really drew me to it. First heard about Bitcoin in 2012. My buddy tried to get me to buy into it at $250, but I didn't listen. Bought my first Bitcoin in December 2018. So never too late, I guess. But, it's almost 5 years ago now, 4 years ago. But flash forward to 2021, I took some of the proceeds I made from e-commerce and got into GPU mining, and then ventured into ASIC mining for Bitcoin and Ethereum, GPUs for Ethereum and ASIC for Bitcoin. Kind of fell in love with mining and saw that Bitmain, one of the biggest manufacturers for ASICs, was putting on a conference in Dubai. And I was like, hey, this sounds really cool to take a business trip to Dubai. So got on a plane, went to Dubai. Minto had a booth at the conference, met all the guys, thought it was really cool that, I could buy into a token and stake it and get rewards that were better than my own personal mining farm without having to deal with any of the headache of running your own mining farm. So invested in the project. Flash forward a few months after that, I stayed pretty involved with community just when I was invested and not on the team. And a few months after that, I talked to the team. I was like, hey, I really like this project and I'm already involved anyway. And, they brought me on to help with the sales team. So that's where we are today.
That's awesome. Well, what about mining was fascinating to you when you were doing that with ASICs and GPUs?
So I really like the fact that when you basically print the new mining rewards, that it doesn't have any KYC attachment. Also, if you're in the United States, you can write off, and you do it as a business, you can write off the cost of your mining machines. It's a little bit different when you talk taxes and tokens and things like that. But that's what attracted me to the mining side, is I could, instead of paying all the taxes to the government, I could reinvest into my own mining business and offset that against my income. So.
Nice. Yeah, I actually ran a mining operation for quite a while, for about like 2 years, between like 2017 and 2019. And I had this massive warehouse, and I had all these custom built GPU miners. I would build like these custom rigs, and I had like 6 GPUs lined up on each rig, and they're all mining back in the day, Zencash, which is now Horizon, Litecoin. We were mining Ethereum for a while, a lot of other altcoins, and we were kind of like trading them back and forth depending on what was performing the best in the market, and then trying to mine the ones that had the highest output and yield. And I didn't understand how complicated crypto was until I started doing that, because you understand the underlying foundation of the technology so much better, and the hash rates, and how you actually are bringing money into circulation. And then the requirements to do so. God, the electricity costs, the HVAC costs, all factor in. So you have great respect for some of these larger miners that are doing it at such a grand scale.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating. And then, so you're working now with Minto. and you met them when you were in Dubai, correct?
Right. So I've been mining. I've owned the Minto token and been mining with that for over a year now.
Hmm.
And I've been working with Minto for about 8 months. So yeah, really enjoyed working with them. Um, and yeah, basically like what you were saying, all of the complications that come with running your own farm, like it's not super easy. And then when
Hmm.
your electric rate, doubles, you have all this equipment just sitting there. So, and then if you're too small, you can't get a good electric rate. If you're medium, you can't get a full-time technician. So
Yeah.
there's really the economies of scale are really important, and that's what attracted me to Minto in the first place. It's really a hands-off, like uncomplicated way to mine like a pro, basically.
Yeah, my landlord and my electrician hated me because I was always blowing my fuse box.
Oh yeah,
uh,
yeah,
Not because of the electricity outage. We calculated everything; it was fine. It was the heat that was the problem, because they generate so much heat. You have to have enough cubic square feet of air moving through the facility to
yeah.
circulate that hot air out, or else it's going to heat up the breaker box and it's going to blow fuses and it's going to pop. Um, and we had burned wires and everything. It was a mess.
Oh yeah, and run the risk of burning your house down if you're doing it at your
Yeah.
house or your warehouse. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
there
Be
with
very
you.
careful, people.
Yeah.
So
But,
tell me more about Minto. What are you guys doing at Minto? I know that you're making it easier for people to be a part of Bitcoin mining from a staking perspective. But enlighten me a little bit more in the audience.
okay, so Minto is basically a mining project that allows anyone and everyone from like even $1 worth up to over $1 million worth to invest in a large and two scale mining operation and earn Bitcoin every single day. So our team has been mining for over 5 years. We have over 200 employees and full-time technicians 24/7 at the mining farm. So basically, any of the problems like I spoke of before that could arise uh, is already handled by our team. And they also, since it's so large, the mining farm has access to world-class electricity rates. Um, so yeah, basically that's what Minto does. The Minto token is BTCMT, which stands for Bitcoin Mining Token. Um, the way it works is 100 big BTCMT is equal to 1 terahash. So one of the most popular miners on the market right now is a Bitmain S19J Pro, 100 terahash. So those cost anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000, and that's without having your own facility. That's just the cost of the miner. So basically, you buy our token, you stake it, and then every single day you can claim your Bitcoin mining rewards.
Got it. Sounds pretty straightforward. Where
Yeah.
do people buy the token and stake it at? Do they do this like on an exchange? Do they have to do it like in a Minto wallet? How does that process work?
So you have to use a decentralized wallet. So we're integrated with MetaMask. We actually recommend people use BitKeep. I don't know if
Mhm.
you've heard of BitKeep, but it's a really simple to use and straightforward decentralized wallet. We also are able to use most any wallet through Wallet Connect. But basically, the way it works is you need to get USDT into your wallet, and then you can buy it from either our website directly, or you can buy it on PancakeSwap. Or if you're looking to purchase a larger amount in the tens of thousands or over 100,000, you can reach out to us directly, and we can do an over the counter. But basically,
Mhm.
get Tether into your wallet, and then you can go on to PancakeSwap and swap it.
Got it. I also heard that you guys have like an auto farming feature as well. How does that kind of play into staking with Minto?
Yeah, so every single day, about 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, you'll be able to log into the website and claim your mining rewards. So it's your Bitcoin, you can completely control it. It's wrapped Bitcoin on the Binance Smart Chain. So you can sell it, you can send it to your Binance and go to the actual Bitcoin network and send it to your offline wallet if you want to. You can hodl it, or you can reinvest it into more Bitcoin mining tokens. Now you can do that manually every single day if you want to, but if you want us to handle it on our side, so you don't have to log in and do it every single day, you can use our auto farming feature. So basically it's just it's a fancy way of saying that you can reinvest your rewards automatically back into Minto.
Got it. What is the uptime percentage like for stakers that are guaranteed when they're staking with Minto? Because I imagine there'll be a bunch out there that are like, I can run a machine and make sure it's up 90 or 95% of the time. So I imagine that's also an important part of your guys' model as well, since they're staking. What is your general uptime for these miners, and what kind of goes into that?
Okay, so it all depends on what the current conditions of the market are. So right now we're running on off-peak hours because and it's all about maximizing the total profit output for the Minto token holders. So right now we're running on off-peak hours at a much lower electricity rate because it actually pays us more than having a higher on and off-peak rate that runs 100% of the time. So whenever there's a decision to move to 65% or back to 100%, it's voted on by the community through the blockchain. So it's not like it's just changed at someone's whim. It's actually voted on by the community. And right now it's more profitable to run at a super low electricity rate and be on off-peak hours. So.
Got it. When you say off-peak hours, what do you mean by that?
So basically during the middle of the day, and this is one of those headaches that you have to think about when you're running your own mining farm too. During the day when everyone's working, normally 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday, electricity is much more expensive. So electrical and utility companies will offer you a much better rate if you use the electricity that's not as needed during the middle of the night and on holidays and on weekends. So that's what I mean by off peak. So on peak would be normally the 40-hour work week, approximately.
Got it.
Yeah.
So a lot of mining operations, unfortunately, have tended to go out of business or had to change their models many times in the past due to market conditions. Like right now, we're in a very deep bear market for crypto and for Bitcoin. How do you guys ensure that you are a safe and stable type of mining operation for your stakers so that they feel they have that confidence that Minto isn't going to disappear?
So basically our competitive advantage is our super low electricity rates. So, as you know, electricity during the winter gets more expensive, coupled with the fact that the total hash rate of the mining network of Bitcoin is going up, like a lot of people can't mine profitably. So basically our competitive advantage is we have a super low electricity rate that actually they've even decreased even further, which currently we're running the project 65% uptime at it's approximately 3.5 cents. So you can check electricity rates of these other mining companies. Usually they buy the latest and greatest equipment during the bull market and have electricity contracts that are more tied to the price of natural gas and things like that. So usually the problems with, especially the American miners, is they were over leveraged and they bought during the bull, which we're expanding now during the bear market and able to secure very cheap mining equipment because everyone's selling and we already have a cheap electricity rate. So basically that's our competitive advantage that's going to allow us to mine at even further lower levels if Bitcoin does go down, mine profitably. So
how are you locking in that kilowatt hour, that cheaper electricity rate? Are you tapping into renewables as well? Are you in a certain location where maybe the blocks of electricity are cheaper? What plays into that?
So basically, we are 100% renewable, all hydropower. So our company secures contracts with the power company each year. They just secured an even lower rate this month for the next year. So.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. I heard, hydro definitely, you can get some really, really good rates. I had someone on the podcast just the other episode talking about how they're tapping into solar energy as well, which has been a really difficult thing for miners because of how much electricity they use and the fact that solar doesn't always put out enough. Have you guys explored maybe pursuing other renewables as well, maybe solar or geothermal, or tapping into further hydro in the future, maybe in other locations?
So right now we have a facility that can expand up to 220 megawatts, and we can add even more to that. So I don't really know the answer as far as the other sources, besides they possibly could be securing a contract with a nuclear company. But right now it's 100% hydro.
Are you guys looking to open up new facilities in the future, or are you guys comfortable where you're at with just one?
That's kind of the thing that might be more on the technical side that I couldn't really answer. But we have a lot of room to expand in the one location we're at right now. And I have heard that they're wanting to expand in another section, but that's probably the technical team would have to answer that question for you.
Got it. Going into 2023, into this new year, do you guys have anything maybe on your guys' timeline or on your roadmap that maybe Minto is excited about, that they might be offering to stakers, or they might be coming up, or things that you might just want them to be aware of?
Yeah, so we're wanting to launch a referral program and an ambassador program. So that'll allow people to, basically share the program with other people and reap affiliate commissions. The most important thing is we're expanding the hash rate and the efficiency of the project. So because of these bear market conditions, we're able to secure a lot more efficient mining and put it online for the project. So that's what's going to be happening here in 2023. A few weeks ago, they actually added some more machines and improved the efficiency. So that's already begun somewhat, but it'll happen incrementally.
Got it. Do you guys have a community where people kind of gather with Minto to talk about mining or staking with Bitcoin, maybe on Discord or Telegram or on Twitter?
Right. Yeah. So we're on all three. I'm very active in the Telegram group, also on Discord. The community is growing every day. So people are in there always talking and sometimes just joking around. It's all fun. But we also have support team there to answer any question you may have 24 hours a day.
Got it. Where should people go if they want to learn more about Minto and they want to start staking?
Okay. Yeah. So go to our website, which is minto.finance. That'll have all the information, and it'll show. We also have a live feed of the data center, and also have a link to our hash rate watcher where you can go to our pool and see how our hash rate changes. Right now it's on the 65%, so you'll see it dip during the day, and
Oh, cool. So you can see the metrics on the website.
Right. Yeah. So we'll have everything laid out. We have an FAQ section. But if there's any question you may have, or if you need clarification, just jump on the Telegram, and we can answer any question you may have. Cool.
What about you? Can people find you on social media or online if they want to chat with you?
Yeah, so I'm on Telegram. My Telegram is at Bryan HSV. That's BRYAN HSV. I'm on Telegram. Twitter. My Twitter is at the Bryan High. That's TheBryanHigh.
Got it. Guys, go check out Bryan on Twitter, find him in Telegram. Make sure to check out all the Minto groups and communities and on the website so you can get involved and start staking as well. And make sure to like and subscribe to the video below as well if you liked the episode. Bryan, thank you for taking the time. Really appreciate really expanding upon what you guys are doing with Minto. I think it's a really cool use case, allowing people to get involved with Bitcoin, like the mining side of Bitcoin, without actually having to go through the hassle of doing it themselves. So that's really, really convenient. So, thank you for sharing and for being here today, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Take care. We'll talk soon.
All right. Bye.